Okay, we should be live. Blah, blah, blah. With Laggy Cam. Hell yeah, we love Laggy Cam. How are we doing? How are we all doing, guys? Well, I know there's no one here, so I don't know why I'm asking that, but if there was anyone here, I'm sure they'd be saying, I'm great. Hopefully, at least. That's the hope. Ugh. Oh. I'm a wee bit tired. But I had a very late night last night. Hi, John. How you doing, dude? Oh, yeah. I had a pretty late night last night. Playing D&D at a friend's. Hang on, let me just sort this camera out a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's better. Is it? Actually? No, it isn't. Let me... Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I was playing D&D at a friend's last night, and yeah, it went on really late. I only just managed to get home at about like 1:30 in the morning. Didn't sleep until about 3. A little laggy, but we're all good. Yeah, I know. It's the camera at this point. Like, my Streamlabs will say, like the streaming application Streamlabs that I'm using, it'll say it's like an internet thing. It isn't at this point. It's I've got all the internet stuff like completely fixed, so it's just the camera being a bit funky. But then again, it's not really the best camera anyway. Good game though. Well, it was a session 0, so like just making all the character sheets and stuff, and then we did play a tiny bit, just like getting the characters introduced to one another, figuring out the dynamic. So yeah, it was alright. It was alright, yeah. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay, but we got our first like proper session on Friday, so there won't be a reading stream on Friday, but there might turn out to be one tonight, actually, which is good. I didn't really think there would be one tonight, but there probably will be one. My player for like Wednesday games, he just messaged me this morning, was like, I low-key can't be arsed, so I'm fine with that. Just means I get more opportunity to read, so that's all good with me. All good with me. But yeah, I thought we'd do a bit of an art stream for a bit. Might do Cyberpunk later. Playing Roguelike. No. I was wanting to play Rogue. I've just gone for Fighter, but I'm hoping to go for Eldritch Knight as the subclass, because Eldritch Knight is awesome. Also, Misty Step is goated. So, yeah. Fucking love Misty Step. But yeah, no, so we're just going to do some more work in the sketchbook today. There's the character's design. We decided, like actually live on stream, I did this all live on stream, trying to conceptualize the character. So yeah, his name's Percival, like the Knight of the Round Table. And he's the son of the town's blacksmith. His father wants him to take over the thing. He doesn't want his kid to go off to battle and stuff, but Percival's very much like, nah, fuck making the swords. I want to swing the swords. Dog. But he's kind of useless at it. But he's a good-hearted, good-natured kid. He's just a bit useless at it. So yeah, I really like his design. He's kind of got drip, very casual-looking kind of dude. Yeah, very fun. And then this was what we were working on yesterday as well. We just drew some horses. I'm actually really happy with these. I was looking back at this today, and I thought this is really good. I was working on some perspective. Looks like the guy from Ready Player One. Oh, you know what? It kind of does, actually. You know what? He actually... Yeah. I kind of see it. Like, if his face was very, like, much more chiseled, he's, like, pretty similar hair. Well, yeah, this is what we were working on yesterday. It was, like, practicing some rock formations, just random stuff, perspective work, horses, because I felt like drawing a horse. Whoa! The camera's deactivated. That's for the stream later, that background. Same name too. Oh no, his name was Lancelot in Ready Player One. It was Lancelot. But yeah, I want to do like a a bigger drawing of him today. To be honest, I kind of want to go through and like draw all my D&D characters. And that would be quite a fun thing to do in the sketchbook. Draw all of my D&D characters except for the furry one. That was pretty funny. When I played a furry in your first game, when it would like the joke game, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a character who's a furry so we could all bully it. Oh, the movie was Parzival. Oh, I thought it was Lancelot. I don't know why. Yeah, Parzival's like I think it's like a variation of Percival. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that'd actually be quite fun, actually, drawing all my D&D characters. That could actually be really fun. That's actually kind of a shout. That is kind of a shout. Would that be something that would be cool to do? Oh no, not the furry one. Yeah, I think that could be really cool actually. So I was gonna do one just of him on his own. Kaito would be he. I mean, Kaito's he anyway. I mean, he's fucking awesome. He's like, to this day, one of my favorite characters. I think he's second. He's second most. He's second best. For me personally, in terms of the ones that I played, he's second best. First best, like my favorite character I've ever played in any game, Jace. Love him. He's so much fun to play. Kaito was really fun. Who else have I had? I think I've got a list. Oh no, it might be on my old phone actually. I had like a list of like all my characters, but it's probably on my old phone. You know, I'm gonna do this now. I might do like just like a big page spread of all my characters. I think that would be really cool. Just all the D&D characters. Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's, you know, I'm gonna write a little list down actually. I'm gonna write it in this top corner here. Alright. Hang on. MSGS are a little delayed, but I get you. Jason's literally... Yeah, no, the latency on the stream, like how long it takes for you guys to hear what I'm saying and stuff like that it's not very good. I have it on normal latency, whatever that means, but apparently it's not... It can't really be that good, can it? Yeah, Jason's literally when you're allowed all the freedom. Yeah, that's why I love playing him so much. He's just a little shit, and I love it. So much fun. Because I haven't got to take the game super seriously most of the time as Jason. When I do, a lot of the time it's very fun. Right, hang on. Let me note down all my characters. So... Actually, it might be better to go on D&D Beyond for this, actually. Because half my character sheets are on there. Let's go D&D Beyond real quick. Right. Sign in. Right. Collection, my characters. What we got? So we got... Okay, a lot of these are ones I haven't actually played. Alright. Do split Kaito into two versions? Yeah, probably, yeah. I'll do the one from Lads on Tour and then... Because in my mind's eye, they look very different at the end of both campaigns. Where... Well, because one of... Fuck's sake, why does the camera keep turning off? Yeah, I'm gonna do both Kaitos. So we got Kaito. One will be Lads on Tour, and then /2 will be Bronze Knights. I know you can't really see that; it's very small writing. But then we got, who else have we got on here? According to D&D Beyond, Patrick from Cold War, our other campaign. Patrick, Jace, proper fella. Kira, that was from Tomb of Annihilation. What else we got? Teddy from Basketball. Hell yeah, we're adding Teddy. Lenore, that was my character in the Warhammer game that we had. Yeah. So we got Kaito, Patrick, Jace, Kira. I spelled that really wrongly. Teddy and Lenore. Who else do we have? Who else is there? You know what, actually, it's my... Hi Sam, how you doing? Big Pat. It's the man of the hour. It's the French man. What other characters have I had? It's also spelled. Oh, am I counting? Yeah, Missile. Yeah, Missile. John. Yup. Hey up, John. You got Missile. Adam from the Attack on Titan game. I like Adam. Obviously, my new character Percival. What are some of ones? Oh yeah, my tiefling Ylva from my college game. Zenitsu, yeah. I like short. I honestly I kind of want to retcon his name just to Zed, but it doesn't matter because the campaign's over. So yeah, we need to add him. Cassius, that's from Road Trip. Who else is there? Can't really remember any of my other characters actually, if there is any more than that. Thing is, most of these are humans. In fact, no, all of them are pretty much human except for Ylva. They're all human. I exclusively play human. I to be fair, reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, I really want to play a halfling and a dwarf at some point now. Would love to play a halfling and a dwarf at some point now. Just because of reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Right, we're gonna keep that. I don't really feel like working on that now though, to be honest. So I'm gonna leave this page blank and we're gonna work on that at some point. I kinda wanna go back and work on not that page. This page, I kinda wanna fill in this area a bit with some stuff. I don't know why, I just don't like the idea that there's a missing space here. Especially when I've crossed over with the horse on there. I could leave it blank. I don't mind. What do I think? What do I want to do? And this is kind of how last during stream started. I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and then I just kind of drew a horse, and then it kind of just went on from there. But I'm actually really happy with the horse. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, I really can't remember any of my other characters. Sure, there's probably a couple, but I cannot remember them. Oh, pardon me. Right. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to draw. Oh yeah. I named the horse after you, John. It says John. John the horse. That's you. You're a horse now. Juan. Juan the horse. Uh-oh. Camera's bugging out. There we go, it's back. Why is the camera... Right, the camera's been doing this a lot recently. I really don't know what's up with it. I really do not know what is up with the camera and why it keeps bugging out like heck. Oh, autofocus. Eee! Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I mean, we could start work on this one, but I feel a bit pressure. I feel quite a lot of pressure having to draw so many characters. So also I think of like, do I want them all to be like in like one big picture, like I don't know, like as if they were being like photographed together or like interacting with each other, or do I want, to make it more varied? Should I do the rest of their parties with them? Should I do the rest of the parties with them? I'd love to draw like the lads on tour and Bronze Knights, the Cold War group, minus a big someone. I don't really remember a lot of the group from Tomb of Annihilation. Basket Brawl's pretty iconic. The Warhammer one would be pretty fun. John, Your Curse of Strahd game would be pretty fun. I don't really know the rest of the designs for my new party. Actually, I know one of them. That party... Yeah, Bronze Knights, of course. No, that was the Insurrectionists. And I don't really remember the ones from Road Trip. So good, I want to see them interact. Would that be more fun? Okay. So I have like a big like double page spread of like all of them kind of just like... Jace wouldn't be with his group. No, yeah, Jace would be like bouncing around the room, man. He'd be bouncing around the room. But then, like, if I'm doing Jace, am I just doing Peter, or am I adding Daphne and Justine and all the other characters from our game? I feel like I'd have to, right? And then it's like a question of what's the setting. I mean, it'd have to be like a tavern or something, no? It'd have to be a tavern. That could be really that could actually be so adorable though. Like a big like picture of like all the characters all together, all the different games kind of joined in one big tavern. It'd be nice to get like a proper like double page spread on like one that is just like one big massive page. I mean, that one isn't, is it? No, that one isn't. That'll probably have to be like not there, not there. That's the next like big double page. But I also don't like these like white lines there. I don't like that. Always a tavern with so many references. Absolutely. Indeed, think it feels more work if you do. Yeah, but it could be like a big thing of like, I don't know, we can work on it when I feel like it, I don't have to like do it all in one go. I can sort of just progressively work on it a lot of the time. Well, in that case as well, I'd like to also add the Dragon's Rising characters. So I'll just put that in like brackets. Dragon's Rising from my most recent fully run game. Because a lot of those guys are pretty cool. I actually really like most of the characters from that. So, one group per vid. Oh god, Christ! It'd just be the sketches for now, really, as well. Well, really, as well, I'd need to like figure out like the sort of, I guess, perspective. It'd be, I guess, if like you're gonna get everyone in, it's not just gonna be one layer, would it? There is an actual piece of like D&D art with like, I think it's the Yawning Portal. I think it's in the book Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which I do have, and it's like got the Yawning Portal, the big tavern in Waterdeep, and it's basically got like everyone's there. It's like an everyone's here type of fucking picture. It's quite adorable. Maybe I could go grab that for some sort of reference, maybe. So I feel like this is quite a monumental thing that I'm like, I need like an idea of where to start or how to begin. Yeah. Right. That's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm going to be right back for 5 minutes. I've also got to go to the toilet anyway, so people know people would mingle. Those who don't relatively to themselves, Yeah. Hang on. Right. Okay. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to run to the loo. Is what I'm going to go and do real quick. I'm going to go run to the loo. I'm going to get my book of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I'm going to check it for that picture. I'm going to bring it back, show you guys for reference, and we'll go off of a similar vibe of that for this picture. I feel like a tavern's like the easiest place, really. Let's be real. Right, I will be right back. Let me put the awesome screen on. Check it. Check this. Boom. Shit, I've been on mute this whole time. Didn't realise. I've been on mute this whole time. Silly old me. But yeah, so the plan is, that's going to be our floor space. I'm going to plan out the look of the tavern first. And stuff. Before actually placing characters in it. I just feel like that's a bit more of a smarter move, really. So we're just going to design how the tavern looks first. So I'm thinking here we've got like a bit more of a balcony here. So I'm going to get down that balcony space, and then we can put some more characters up there as well. I don't know, there's like the wall of the balcony over there. I know, I probably should have really gone with like some perspective lines, really. But, I mean, if you use that as like a general guide, and then, I know you got, that's your middle ground. Connect all the four corners, really. Things are just going to be naturally a bit more off center, really. Anyway, just because we've got it on a tilted sort of plane here. I guess it could still play to similar rules. It's also hard doing it on like a 2D space like that, like with the pages being like separate beneath, like together. Like the two pages aren't like one big continuous page. It is a little tough with that, but I mean, maybe instead of doing the perspective lines right in the center, I feel like the balcony is a good place to actually kind of like start in terms of like if we're figuring out perspective stuff, because we can sort of trace that line. So you got that line there. And so I don't know. We can kind of just wing it. We don't really have to be like super specific perspective. I mean, it's fine. It's just a fun drawing, so who like really cares? If it's for a fun drawing, who cares? Who cares? Not me. Not me. Okay. Okay. I suppose we should also probably do the actual bar. Okay, it's not exactly the straightest thing in history, but there we go. Oh god, yeah, this perspective. Yeah, we really should have done some perspective lines first, really, shouldn't we? Right. This doesn't help because I don't fucking have a ruler. I don't have a ruler. But at least I'm only gonna use the putty eraser because I want to get rid of that fully. I can't be asked to go and get up and grab a ruler. It's all the way in the shed outside. But it will really help. It will really help. It would really help if I just got a ruler, wouldn't it? We're gonna go get a ruler. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I have a ruler now. I had to go and wipe it clean a bit. It's a bit marked from previous times I've used it, but it does the job. Okay. So here's how we're going to do this. So let's say our vanishing point is actually going to be off screen, actually, technically. So let's get this wall of it down first. Let's go. That's your one wall. That's wall 1. Now let's say that wall 2 would be about, oh fuck's sake, there, maybe. It's a bit rough because obviously going across 2 fucking pages with the ruler. There we go. That's your wall 2. Now maybe we might just have to like grid things out maybe. In terms of on the floor. Yeah, kind of curve around a bit more. This is tough. This is toughy. It's like it would just kind of be like a flip. I really don't know. I really do not know. Maybe it'd just be better to grid the floor out, really. If we just, even if they're not like evenly spaced apart, just kind of having some sort of grid on the floor will probably help. Even if it is just lines like that. No. Actually, we have just ended up doing some foreshortening, really, haven't we now? Oh, I really fucked it up with that one, didn't I? I don't know. We kind of got a bit more of a grid there, so now it is just generally, like, I mean, I guess if you kind of split that around, there you go, you got a kind of a grid now. That does make things a lot easier, in my opinion. Really, I felt we should have just like kind of kept going that way, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Fine, don't worry about it. Forget about it. All right, cool. Now I feel like we can get some stuff down properly now. Now that we sort of know how things would work. So let's go. I still feel like the balcony is a good place to start in terms of getting something down. But then like there's also like probably a vanishing point down here. We're gonna have, it'd probably be like below the floor, really, wouldn't it? Like we kind of got multiple perspectives going on, which is funky malunky. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Right. There's sort of an idea of the balcony. It's going to be placed there. Let's say like our other vanishing point is like here below the floor. For fuck's sake, that was off center. There you go. Right. And then some of the lines we can also just kind of, I won't be afraid to guesstimate, really. It's all about perspective, baby. Alright, cool. we kind of have a... And this is 2-point perspective, isn't it, really? It's just one of the points are kind of off screen, I suppose. Okay, right. 2-point perspective, we've got a vanishing point all the way off there, and we've got a vanishing point below the floor there. So we've got a rough idea of where things are going to go, hopefully. I mean... Okay. And that just probably needs a straighter line in general, really. I suppose we can always use the putty eraser to kind of make these lines a lot more faint. Not as easily visible to the camera, especially. Just for your guys' sake. Fucking hell, we got a lot of rubbing out going on here. Oh god, it's fine now. Right, okay. So yeah, we definitely have that. And then we have the rest of the balcony would be going like kind of there. There you go. Your banister. Trying to do it without hitting like my phone or anything as well. Alright, cool. Right. Okay. I felt like the vanishing point should have been like actually way further off. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Because, I mean, maybe we just don't add any other like pillars here maybe. Right, my phone being there is pissing me off. It feels like it's in the way. Right. Let's do this bar. Let's finally do this fucking bar. Okay, cool. Let's go. One corner. Okay. Shit, just in the way. Ah. So I don't really use rulers because they're just like, they're so big. You just bump into everything. Inconvenient to have. No, they're handy, really. Rulers are good to have, really. I still feel like we've kind of fucked up hard. It's this. It's because it's not following the perspective. That's what it is. Right. I'm going to have to fucking like move everything off my desk. It feels like everything's just in the way. Even though like nothing actually really is. Yes, this should look way better. Okay. That looks better. Now I feel like I've got a problem with this because, you see, that gets wider. That shouldn't get wider. That should be staying relatively the same. Straight lines are awkward as hell, man. Everything's just falling over on my desk because I'm having to move things to make room for this rubber, and it's so inconvenient. My brother in Christ. I've never had a ruler ever be a pain in the butt before. Okay, right. We'll settle on that for now, I suppose. It's rough. I've never really done a piece like this before, so this is just a very new experience for me in general. So, forgive me for stressing out a little bit. Yeah, we've definitely messed it up here a bit. Don't want it's all gone so straight. Like, that should probably be where it's straight. Really. Okay, so really that should extend down to there. Okay. Okay, right. I hate perspective work. I love it, but I hate it. Right, let's say there's a table there as well then. Okay, so we got a table there. That's wrong. There we go. So we've got one table there. Let's put. There we go. Right, so that's one table. Let's do another table. See this, I feel like we don't really have to pay attention to this one as much anymore because that one, I mean, it pays attention to the rules of foreshortening, but I feel like we might have placed that wrong, but maybe it'd be further down, really. The thing is, things aren't closing in on that circle, so we don't really have to worry that much about things as long as they're not coming downwards. That's what we need to worry about with that. So we're probably kind of okay to guesstimate a lot of the stuff now and just kind of draw basic cubes and stuff and rectangles now. And that would just be like the sides that go downwards would be the only thing that we'd need to actually like really focus in on with that now. Actually, that bench is fucking wrong. There we go. Cool. Just gotta plan out where tables and shit are. It's not really the greatest perspective work, but to be fair, a lot of like botchy stuff in this will probably be filled out with like all the characters anyway. So I don't really think we need to worry too badly about it. Yeah, a lot of things will have the benefit of being covered up. Right, okay. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 tables. I want to spice up the table shape. I think rectangle tables everywhere are going to get a bit boring. So maybe under here we can make a more circular table. Why not? Kind of underneath here. I don't know, you can have circular stools. Yeah, like a stool there. I don't know, we can have like another... We'll have another circular table over here. Okay, cool. Let's have another rectangular table. But let's add it at a bit of a strange angle. Sorry about banging going on in the background. My stepdad's just gone home from work, so the dogs are very excited. Okay, there's another table. That's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that one. Being there, like a more funkily positioned table. Okay, I'm okay with this. I mean, I should probably bring the camera up a bit more. Be way easier to see everything. that I'm doing. There we go. See, I keep looking at the camera version because obviously it's a bit of a different look at things when I look at the camera. Like, I notice a lot more lines that are a bit more wonky and stuff. Things that kind of like, because I'm drawing at a weirder angle than when, like, how I'm looking at it, having this camera up here is actually kind of helpful. Right. Right, I'm kind of okay with the layout. I don't really want to continue this much more longer for today, so I might move on to this and do some like practice stuff here. Maybe, you know, actually we could practice some perspective work actually. Like in terms of like vanishing points and such. So let's say that's our one vanishing point. Okay, that's our one vanishing point. Let's say we got another, I don't know, let's put another one here. Okay. You know what we could do there? That could be a really cool, like, I guess maybe like a skyscraper. Actually, would that be 3-point perspective actually? Because we probably have another one going like over there, really. Yeah, this could even be a 3-point perspective look. You probably have a vanishing point all the way over there. And then we have that. These would end up going down there. Woo! I don't know, we can have like a city street there. We can have another building there. Maybe that goes there. I don't know. So, I don't know, just working on some little perspective stuff, I suppose. Like a bit of a closer building there to the camera. Let's do a bit of a different sized box. A bit more like a rectangular shape. I am rectangular. That's our little vanishing point there. Sorry about that, my mum just came in. Right, okay. This is really awkward. awkward doing all this with the ruler. I really actually don't like using the ruler. I really do not like using the ruler at all. But I need it because of shit like that. But then, like, also if I used the ruler, it would still be off anyway somehow. It's crazy. Like, imagine that's like a little like circle down there. You have like, I don't know, bits of like stone and stuff coming up at all angles. Whoosh, whoosh. It's like a strange sort of circular motion. Everything just kind of makes sense. You can even like go off the rails a little bit, which is always fun. It's always fun to go off the rails. Kind of curve them a bit. It's actually kind of like a cool, like, I don't know, sort of like perspective that. Oh, my mom's just giving me a jug of noodles as well now. Oh, with a spoon? Well, they are only chicken. Apparently she's giving them to the dog, but there's way too much for them, so I just thought I might like it. But yeah, I mean, I won't deny food. Probably do like some soy sauce or something. Yeah. I mean, that's okay. And that'll just look a lot better once it's all filled in with characters and stuff. But the thing is, it's like, because of how like distant the characters might be hard for me to really like get like the style that I want. So I might have to go with a bit of a different style for the characters and then have the scenery kind of match with that. I won't be able to do detailed like that. It would have to be probably a bit more cartoonish, really. I don't know. I don't really actually feel like drawing right now, actually, now. It was a bit inconvenient, considering we're doing an art stream, but I'm not going to force myself to do it. We've done some little bit of perspective work. We've done that. That's okay with me. We've done a decent little bit. I just keep getting interrupted. I think it's kind of ruining the mood. Why the fuck does the camera keep going off? Right, there we go. It's back. Hopefully it stays as well. Yeah. To be honest, I could play some Cyberpunk. Could do a Cyberpunk stream. I've done some drawing, so like it's not like we've skipped a day of practice or anything like that. Hi again, Sam. Yeah, I might play some more Cyberpunk on stream actually. I think that'd be. Anyway, I think we might do that. We've done a little bit of drawing, mostly a lot of perspective work today. It's rough. It's kind of like getting back into doing perspective, trying to figure it all out still again. That's okay. The more you do it, the more you learn. But I keep getting interrupted, and it's kind of killing my motivation a little bit. So I'm going to swap over to something else for a while. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream, and then I will go live again in a couple minutes, probably 10 minutes most. And I'm going to play some Cyberpunk. Some Cyberpunk 2077. Because we got some plot shiz going on with that now. That we got to do. So yeah. Also, the stream camera keeps going on and off, and like revealing the background for later on, for the Harry Potter stream for the book. Right. Anyway, that's going to be the plan. I'll be live again in a few more minutes on PlayStation, playing some Cyberpunk.